What is going on again with the code ZMOD in that boost? Again, expiring, trying not to be super annoying about reminding you guys about that. Thank you for your patience. I got an admission to make. I got a confession to make. Lost to Code Chicken yesterday. He got me at the most inopportune time, as you can see, just collecting chests. Like I said yesterday in my video, this is the time to beat me if you want to beat me. Just trying to get to 297 tokens, and anytime you have 289 tokens, you are ripe for getting crushed. And why 297, you're asking? 165 plus 32 plus 30 plus 34 plus 36 gets us all the way to building health, getting key upgrades along the way. So he was pretty quick, 221. I was decently quick, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Let's see what he's got as far as tools go. What do you got for us, chickens? He's got bombardiers. I don't have bombardiers. A little bit of a behind on that one. What's he going to do on that left-hand side? What do you got for us, chicken? More bombardiers and Kavan throwing down the barrage. No shocks, though, so he definitely has more tools than us. I think we're going to be into 7 before him, so we are just trying to stay above, trying to collect chests above that line. As you can see, collecting, basically just hitting when my chests come up. 1 hour, 15, 1 day, 15, and then 8 more hours, then 8 more hours, and then 16 hours, because sleep is fairly important. So I'll show you my attack just because 2 minutes, 2 seconds without bombardiers is pretty quick. What did we do here? I'm assuming we're going to go to the right. Yes, indeedly doodly. Throwing that last heavy chopper late is fairly important. Getting rid of some mines, getting some, like Chicken's base. Chicken, if you're watching this stuff is too far back. It allows all of the things to bridge that gap. You see how we end up getting a couple boats going back there? So you don't want to have your buildings bridge that gap, bringing troops along to that back, letting them come along that back wall, because as you can see here, we don't have to do anything. So good game, chicken. You beat me, you bested me. I would highly recommend updating that base, though. If we have a look at what do we got, let's see. By the way, Amleth, a player who is in our Kindergarten 9 base, you see how his base doesn't allow your troops to bridge that gap? They force you to go this way, which is pretty darn good. I went left, which was not smart. I should have definitely gone right, which would have allowed my troops to move up to that stuff and then to that stuff, and then would have come back here. So mistake on my part. Again, everyone beating me right now. I am going to skip. I'm not going to show these battles. We're just going to pause. I'll collect this chest, and then we'll jump into 7, simply because that's the whole goal of this video. Okay, we went 1 for 2, claiming that chest, getting those much needed keys. King, we beat them with a decent time against their slow time, and then up against a 7, we got absolutely crushed. So 7 engine rooms with that troop damage, just walking through. Look at this. Barding out all of the things, heavy chopper with brick. I assume they're going to use battle orders. Yes, of course they are. So they've got the GBE, they've got the troop damage, they've got troop health. So just getting crushed by heavy chopper. The full noob bus rush. Are we going to do that? I don't know, but I'm going to get all of the things and see if that math is correct, by the way. I haven't double checked it. We're just going to go full gas, see if we can't get in and amongst the things. 7 engine rooms, GBE, troop health, troop damage, building health. Look at that, getting all of the things. Now the important thing, trying to balance out all of the upgrades. We want to make sure we get building health. We want to make sure we get troop damage. Those are my 2 #1 priorities. And now, now we start to get a little bit iffy. I'm going to go for troop health. Then we're going to go for GBE, hoping. I don't think we're going to get all the way there. Almost all the way there. the fact that I've got my Seekers at tick 3 putting me a little bit behind. Used Seekers on my other account, so I thought I'd open up that opportunity, but as you can see there, we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. So next up, that dreaded step, picking up every single stinking building. Let's throw that next engine room down. 7 engine rooms with that little hole in the middle. By the way, Cron Howard made this deck, or at least inspired it with his great ideas. So I love missing tiles. Just a reminder, do go use my base builder. You should be doing that. Get us some new decks. We've got some new ideas that'll probably be for season 48. I'm going to pause right now. We'll come back when I've got some things laid out. Okay, speaking of Cron Howard copying his base. Now, if we look uppy and about here, let's have a look. You'll notice that I'm missing some very key items. One right there, one right there, one right there, one right there. So many people have mortars. That is probably going to be my next unlock. Do let me know what you think about that. The Hotpot, less important, I feel like. More important is getting those mortars. 4 defenses versus 1 defense. Also mortars versus laser rangers. So clutch. Just double checking the tech tree, making sure, yes, we do have barrage maxed. We also have our artillery maxed way back in here somewhere. So let's have a double check here. Our Sky Shield has in the neighborhood of 45,000 health. What does that mean, you might be asking? It means it's 41 GBE to get rid of it with 100% building health. That is 3 artillery, 2 barrage, or 29 GBE, 1 artillery, 2 barrage, if we need to clear it on someone who doesn't have this node way over here. This is going to be my first 7 versus 7 battle. Like I said, not having those mortars is going to handicap this base, not expecting great things. But on the plus side, they do not have the building health. They also do not have the troop damage, so they went into 7 early. We are going to go full bus rush. We saw how effective it was last time. Now the question is, what do we do here? That is my number 1 concern. Yes, we can go along that back wall to the, and then I guess we just go something like this. We're gonna go boop. There's my drawing all the way back to there. So let's delete that. Let's get all of these dudes just dropped, and then we'll drop brick late. Like I said, it's 1 artillery back here, and then we're just gonna wait for some GBE. Clearing. This is not a sexy attack, my friends. This is going to be full-on newbie rushy. Some of you like that, some of you don't. I'm fine with it. I don't really care. It's another way to attack. Yes, it's not super duper skillful, but you know what? It works. And that is the number 1 important detail. Why am I flaring onto that critter launcher, you might ask? Just to try and save ourselves a little bit of time. Just want to get our troops clearing those engine rooms as fast as we possibly can. And now, as we get onto this here Hotpot, let's get rid of you. I don't have enough GBE to get rid of anything as far as shock launchers go, so I am going to be a little bit delayed here. Need to get rid of the shock launcher ASAP. And now, I mean, we're at 3 minutes. We're doing decent time. Let's get back there. Where did Brick go? Oh, Brick took a little sojourn, a little journey to the back area. Not great. Now she's going to return back. Might actually get some extra value out of her getting those other engine rooms down. I kind of doubt it, though. Come on, dudes. Let's go. Engine room to engine room to engine room. Just trying our darndest to get a move on. Let's get rid of those stupid critter launchers. We've already got rid of all the shock launchers. Might as well get rid of all of the critter launchers too. Don't want any sort of launchers. They got 2 minutes 19 seconds. We spent some time jibber jabbering, chatting. Let's see how we can do. First attack against a 7, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Probably not going to win. The fact that we don't have mortars, I'm not going to hold out a lot of hope. Miss Femme Fatale, what do you got for us? Oh, we won. Okay, cool. That's always a bonus. So moving up 11 stars there, not bad. Like I said, the fact that we held out, she did not hold out. She did not have the building health, did not have troop damage. So we are definitely lacking some tools, as you saw right about here. Not having bombardiers, not having shocks, not having shock mines or laser rangers. Let me know in the comments though, is mortars next? Do you think that's the biggest thing that we can get? Because right now, the edges of our base, like anyone, like there's no mortars along the edge here, which is super duper critical. Lots of people waste all sorts of GBE at the edge on the ramp just because of how darn steep they are. I think mortars are next, but would love to hear your feedbacks. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Shock launchers dead center. Where do we go? I feel like we can just full on bus rush this as well. They don't have a sky shield, which means, you know what, let's just do it. I'm going to use all of my GBE this time to get rid of the shock launcher. As you saw there, last attack, shock launcher definitely playing a factor. This base, it's going to be, we're obviously going to have to cover a lot of ground, but it's mostly in a straight line. So I feel fairly good about this. I also feel like I did not scout. I did not pay any attention to whether or not they have building health or troop damage. The fact that I did it once is pretty good because I am awful at scouting. It is a well-known fact. I am awful at scouting, so do better than I have been doing. That is my number one suggestion to you. Let's get a move on. Let's get rid of that shock launcher using our troops, getting bricks, battle orders, and now let's get a move on. Don't need to spend any time clearing any more defenses. We got lots and lots of GBE, or reasonable amounts anyways. And then we can actually smoke past the majority of this stuff. We're going to do a ground flare. We'll throw a couple smokes past all of this stuff. Why, you ask? Why the heck not? Trying to get the heck away from some of those stinking critters. And now that extra flare onto there. Is Brick dead? Yes, of course Brick is dead. No surprise there at all. And then getting back to that far, far back engine room. Always the back engine room. That way your troops get a little bit closer. You don't have to worry quite so much about moving them back. Otherwise, you got to go to one and then on to the next. Getting them onto that back engine room, doing better things for our attacks. We've got a bunch of critters following us along. I don't really have an opportunity to get rid of them. Let's just go on to that next one. Throwing the barrage, getting our troops on. 2 minutes and 0 seconds. So that base looked a little bit ridiculous and slow and silly, but it definitely was better than the last base. So well done, Hypenic. That's not how it's said, obviously. Oh, no. Okay, so there is the chest. Let's show you what we've got available to us. That mortar definitely calling my name. We've also got this right here, giving us that hotpot, and then finally somewhere about there, showing us that extra shock launcher. 3 different options. Very, very curious. The good thing about the shock launcher and about the hotpot is they're not going to add any token requirements. That mortar right there, definitely going to pull all of our tokens. So do let me know in the comments. Lots of good things happening. I am less concerned about falling out of diamond. We'll do a mini push while I'm off screen. But keep booming that boom. Do keep that submarine diving. Keep getting those intel for your task forces. Oh, there's a good reminder for myself. I promised I would do an operation attack at the end of every video. Let's see if there's an attack ready for us. Did I already attack? No, I did not. Boomtown, what do you got for us, Boomtown? Can we do this? Maybe. No, there's too many boom cannons for rocket choppas. What about Complex? Complex, what do you got for us? Nope. Complex, not going to be the answer to all of life's problems. Okay, gonna show you one of the best task force players in the entire game's attacks. Seek have Seek and Destroy. Now there's also Seek and Destroy. There's a bunch of different variations of this name, different players, different people, but Seek and Destroy is an absolute beast. He took down Torrent in 2. Little bit lucky in the fact there's no shield gens over here. Getting his troops in and amongst all of the things. Let's see, did he shock? Yeah, okay. Ignoring the shock on the Shock Blaster, super clutch. Shock Blaster's not doing all that much damage to Zukas. Using, what's that, 5 boats on the left-hand side, maybe 6 boats, and then doing some GBE farming on this right-hand side using Bombardiers. Fairly smart as with that as well. Getting all the free GBEs. He knows he's going to hit the core. Using that flare to kill off his Bombardiers. A little bit unusual, but making sure he doesn't run out of time. And then as soon as that flare expires, sending out Everspark with the good. So notice he pressed the button here and then pressed hack and then flared that machine gun, saving a flare, saving a little bit of gunboat energy. And then again, knowing that he needs to clear a little bit of space around the core, getting rid of those 2 machine guns. That way I assume he's going to use brick for the core hit. Yeah, there we go. So a lot of times you see people use bullet for this core hit, but the fact is he wanted to use brick. Let's have a look here. We got 1, 2, maybe 4 shocks? I'm not even going to try and guess here. Those rockets on that far side will reach, if depending on where he goes for the core hit. I hate this walk. Everyone screws this walk up. I don't know what it is. I think it's he lost the delay there, which just shows like the Torrent walk, everyone screws up for some reason. Not screws up, that's a little bit of a strong statement, but definitely the fact that he lost the delay is a little bit surprising. I lose the delay on that hit every single frickin' time. Critters for the Doom Cannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shocks. See how he's 6 shocks. Getting the shock out on that far right-hand side rocket launcher a little bit late. Doom Cannon and Boom Cannons hitting all of the critters. How much health was on that? That was a beastly hit. That health was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.6. 712 times 200 is 1400-ish, plus that 200. So in the neighborhood of 1.65 probably. So up hit, down goes Torrent. Torrent in 2 is always a good time. Yes, there have been Torrent solos, but those are few and far between and usually require things like Melaniers. So that is going to be it for me. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think I should do with my warship. Do go give Chicken a thumbs up for kicking my can down the block. I shall talk to you soon. Thank you for coming in. Do consider subscribing for more goodness. Also go check out that video right there. Boom the Boom. I assume I'm in Chicken's 7ER warning. I don't know. Anyways, I assume that he was recording when every single time I lose to someone I recognize, I just assume they're recording. It's kind of nice when they're not, but that's one of the negative things about having a name that people recognize is you always hear from people when they beat you. So anyways, that is it for me. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont.
Peace.